Hello and welcome to Necromunda with Enforcers for 2025.
New Enforcers.
New cops on the block.
Okay.
There you go.
That works.
So, this is the Bastions of Law. No longer the Book of Judgment. That is dead. R.I.P. Set it on fire in your driveway while posting it on YouTube or something like that, because GW changed it. And boy, did they change it. This is not like the last two gang books we've gotten. Because we've got, first off, we got the new Ash Wastes Nomads book. And mostly it was the same with a new unit, two new units.
Sure.
And some new side rules and some new missions and a lot of fluff, a lot of lore. Same thing with the squats. If you were worried that Enforcers were just going to get that treatment and not much was going to change in a gang that needed some changes, boy howdy, that has not been the case.
Yeah. So when we saw this for the for our preview, for the Sunday preview rundown, it was, well, we were 50-50 on good book and bad book. It turns out there was a step above good book.
Yes. Well, maybe, unless you count the Badzone Enforcers, who do really drag things down.
Don't worry, we don't.
But we'll get to them. So what this is actually going to be, this is not a book review. This is just our second Enforcers gang review. Yeah. Our second Enforcers gang deep dive. Because they're not a new gang, but they are a new gang.
Yeah.
They've got a new lease on life. So, brief lore. Fall asleep. This book is updated with the lore for the Aranthian succession, but it's got like one paragraph.
Updated enough.
Not much has changed. They don't really say what they're doing. They go over the Enforcer command structure a little bit. What I do love is that in the margins of the book, there's lots of random, like, crimes.
Crimes?
Well, like, yeah, like, so right here. Name, Jocelyn Palmer. Crime, unauthorized forging of effigy in the likeness of Lord Helmar. Sentence, death.
I feel like every sentence should just be death.
I think most of them are. One of them is, like, public expectoration, and it's death. No, this one is serial impersonation of nobles and recommended sentence execution by multi-segmenter at next feast day.
The multi-segmenter.
Yeah, recommended sentence here: public conversion to fighting pit servitor. So, you know, they're not all death.
They're not all death end of sentence. They're mostly death in a roundabout way.
Yeah. I mean, cake or death.
Yeah.
So, the Enforcers. They're the cops of the Underhive. In the very, very loose sense of the word cops.
Yeah.
They are a gang, basically. They are a gang that enforces Helmwar's will. And what Helmwar's will is the production cycles have to meet quotas so he can make his tithes, so he can make his money. And that's the only thing that matters. Everything else is secondary to that idea. If that means they have to block off entire habs and fill them with toxic gas, so be it. If that means they have to take a whole bunch of bribes and look the other way, so be it. There's a wonderful lore blurb in here about there's one precinct that is super hard on never taking bribes. They're actually completely honest and never take bribes, and the response of their superiors was to cut them off from support because they were causing problems.
You're not making us extra money?
Right, yeah. Well, it was just like, no, you're making us look bad. All right, so how do they play? Very, very over generally. Like 40,000 foot view. How do they play? Elite, but not as enforced elite as they used to be.
Sure.
The extra gear that you used to get when you made Enforcers is gone, but they're cheaper to compensate.
Okay.
So, which is kind of nice. But also, they're not quite as cheaper to compensate because you used to kind of get free stuff, and now you don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, in general, you're going to have trouble filling your roster up because their weapons are very expensive.
Okay.
So, first things first. Their actual house mechanic. They don't have one.
Yes, that is true.
What they have is they have a special territory, which is good because if you remember how it used to be, they had a whole bunch of rules about interacting with campaigns. So it's all gone.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter anymore. Just you play them like any other gang in Dominion. The only thing that changes is that they have their precinct fortress, which is
income D6 times 10 credits for territory while collecting income. Reputation. While they control this territory, the gang gains +1 reputation.
Just like your settlement.
If this gang deletes at least one fighter from their gang roster in the post-battle sequence, they may add a single Palanite Enforcer rookie to their gang for free. Very similar to what it did before.
So, unlike your normal settlement where you only would get a rookie for free if you rolled a 6,
right,
and you get or sorry, you would get a juvie if you roll 6, and you'd get a ganger if you rolled 2 6s, right?
Yes.
This one, they don't have to roll for it, but if you lost any guys, you get a free rookie.
Yes.
So it's more consistent, but only kicks in when you're down, so it will never help boost you.
Right. It's more of a catch up than a gaining momentum.
Right. Besides that, they interact with all of the territories just like any other gang. The whole thing about like doing the beat downs or the work the beat stuff, all that is gone.
Yep.
So
it was confusing.
It was confusing, and most people just played them as Dominion anyway.
Yep.
That's it for as far as house mechanics. Palanite drill is your skills, your official skills. It has changed.
Okay.
From previously. Some of them have changed. We're just going to go over all of them, and then we'll highlight which ones have changed.
Yeah.
So what's the first skill?
I got your 6.
Give it back. Give me my 6 back.
I got your 6. Once per round, if this fighter is standing and active, as soon as a visible enemy fighter declares a charge double action, but before it is carried out, this fighter may interrupt the enemy fighter's activation and perform a shoot basic action targeting the enemy fighter whose action they have interrupted. If the enemy is prone and pinned or prone and seriously injured as a result, the activation immediately ends and their actions are not made. It's kind of sort of specific Overwatch.
Yes. This is unchanged from the last book, and it's one of your better ones.
Yes.
You put this on a gun guy behind your main gun guy, because it's
just if a visible enemy charges.
Right.
Doesn't have to charge you.
You have to see the guy who is charging when he starts charging.
Yes.
So now, one thing is, this has been buffed since last book, because in between, if you charge someone you can't see, you get a -1 to hit. There's far more impetus to charge people you can see now.
Right.
Which means if they can see you, you can see them. Generally.
Yes.
So this is really great on a guy with a sniper rifle who can see a lot. This is also absolutely fantastic with a guy with a flamer or a web gun.
Yeah,
or
because I don't have to roll to hit.
Or a concussion thing where it's like, oh, I missed, but it's still scattered. And if they are prone and pinned, activation over.
If you hit, they're done.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Unless they can ignore prone and pinned.
That's true.
So things like
notwithstanding buff men.
Yeah, chaos spawn or anything with the true grit skill or whatever. Nerves of steel.
Nerves of steel, not true grit.
Unchanged, pretty good. Helmoir's Justice. When this fighter performs a coup de grace, they gain an additional XP.
Sure.
That used to be something different. I'm pretty sure that used to be the one that made someone roll twice on the lasting entry table, which didn't help you.
It only hurt your opponent.
And made your opponent mad.
Yeah.
Now you get an extra XP.
Which is pretty good, honestly, on the champion or your leader.
Yeah.
If you want to make them melee based, like coup de grace happen all the time.
If you want to make them melee based and you don't want threat response,
we'll get to it.
That's the problem.
Maybe
threat
you
response
just have
is really
both.
good. Well, here's the thing: both though means you bought another skill.
Yes.
And that's 9 experience points.
Yeah.
So then you would need 9 coup de grace to make up for that to be a
cool
black equation.
Deal.
Which, I mean, yeah, if that's what you're going for.
Yeah.
Like if you got a subjugator captain or a subjugator sergeant or your captain's a beat stick, I think that's viable.
Would you rather take that or literally any skill in Brawl?
Brawn?
No,
I'd rather take threat response. Speaking of, next one.
Speaking of threat response, 3, non-verbal communication. Any friendly fighters with line of sight to this fighter may use this fighter's cool characteristic when making a nerve test.
Right. Not great.
Not great.
Next up, restraint protocols. Now, this used to be completely broken because it used to be something about making people get captured, but it didn't work with the new capture rules in any way, shape, or form.
Yep.
Nowadays, it is. Whenever this fighter could perform a coup de grace, they can instead perform a restraint. A prone and seriously injured enemy fighter within 1 inch just is taken out of action. The result is automatically 55 to 56 captured. There is no need to roll in the lasting injury table.
That's actually...
So it's a coup de grace that takes them out of action, still works exactly like a coup de grace, but gives them captured.
Nice.
Which is a benefit for you. Maybe. Because capturing people depends on how your group plays. If your group plays that, like, you know, most people kind of buy back their captures, this is going to be real odd. You make a lot
of money, yeah.
If your group plays, I'm going to now play the rescue mission. Rescue is weighted in favor of the person doing the rescue.
Really?
Yes.
I think it's the other way around.
That is not my experience. Okay, well, I guess this is what's going to happen next time when I'm playing Enforcers. I'm going to take one of your guys, and you're going to...
no, I'm just going to pay for him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. So this might be a way to make some extra money.
Yeah. I kind of like that.
It's
Now it is like you still have to roll to see if they were captured, blah blah blah,
right.
because they have a chance to escape.
That's the big problem. Is that it's what, a 1 and a 2? Is they just get out?
I think it's a 1 and a 2.
That's the problem. Is like there's still a 1 in 3 chance they just leave.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I don't like about it. And I'd rather just take savant skills to get me more money.
That's fair.
So yeah, not a huge fan of that one.
Next up is teamwork. When a fighter with this skill is activated, they may make a group activation as though they were a champion, as described in the Necromunda core rulebook. If this fighter is a champion, they may activate 2 additional ready fighters within 3 inches of them at the start of their activation, rather than the usual 1. If fighter's a leader, they may activate 3 additional. Isn't there already a skill that does exactly
there
this?
is. I think it's maybe not a skill. It might be a tactic card.
I think there's both.
Either way, I wouldn't take this.
Yeah, I wouldn't take that either. Like,
There's times where it might be useful for a wombo combo.
group activations can be very useful. They can also be detrimental. You have to be
Right.
very, very careful with them.
And last but not least, threat response. I think teamwork has changed, by the way. I don't remember what it was, but yeah. Threat response. If an enemy fighter ends their movement within 6 inches of this fighter after performing a charge action, and if this fighter is standing and active and has a ready marker, this fighter may immediately activate and perform a charge double action, moving towards the charging enemy fighter. If at this end of this movement you're engaged, they can immediately fight like a charge. This activation interrupts the enemy fighter's action, being performed after their movement but before attacks. This fighter then loses their ready marker. So, this one is super hyper specific. It's a counter charge action. It doesn't work if they charge your guy. It works if they think they're being slick and charging someone else.
Right.
So basically you have your captain or your subjugator who is within a 6-inch bubble of someone you don't want to get charged but who is danger close, which is pretty common in enforcers because they kind of like to be close range shooting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they charge your sergeant, your Palanite sergeant who only has a gun. Well, guess what? Before they get to attack, they make the charge. Before they attack, you're like, no, you charge and get to fight first. And then they continue.
That is very good.
This is very niche, but incredibly powerful. And I think a big part of how you want to play your enforcers.
Sure. It definitely dictates, like, your placement on the board, especially with Got Your 6.
What this really also works for is your rookies and juvies.
Yeah.
Who maybe they only have a stub pistol because they don't have a good melee weapon. They're in front because that is the natural habitat of the rookie.
Yep.
Is in front getting shot at.
Yep.
And you're playing against corpse grinder cults. Well, of course your corpse grinder charges that guy first, and then you get to punch him first because you countercharge.
It's true.
It does cost your ready marker.
That is the rough side. Does cost a ready marker. This one's actually a lot more like Overwatch than Got Your 6 is, because that one doesn't cost a ready marker. But getting to charge someone for free on their turn before they get to punch you is very good.
Right. I would take that over a lot of bronze skills, but only on a counter charger who is being built for it. I wouldn't
100%.
take that on every melee guy.
Yeah. The sledgehammer would be pretty, in particular, good with that, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's get to the actual meat of it, which is your gangers, your gang members. And yes, they are gang members. We're going to keep calling them that because this is a gang.
Yes.
Both in mechanics and lore, let's be honest.
Fair.
What is our first one?
Our first one is the Enforcer Captain leader.
Who is your leader, and he's the one with the new model.
He's 120 credits. Movement 5, weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 3, strength 3, toughness 3, wounds 3, 2 attacks, leadership 4+, cool 6+, willpower 5+, and intelligence 6+.
So already we're looking at better than last time because he's
Yes.
gone up to 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
Putting him on par with Orlok and Squats.
Excuse me if I'm wrong, but didn't his stats get better as on top of that as well?
Yeah. He went up to 3 wounds. I believe he already had 2 attacks. We can check when we compare it with the. But he went from 4 to 3 ballistic skill.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was
So whereas previously your enforcer captain was kind of your beat stick, now he is your generalist.
He's your all around.
He also has fantastic leadership, and 6 cool is also not the best, but pretty good. Usual rules about gang hierarchy.
Yeah. Gang leader on him, gang underling. I don't know what it's called on the other ones. There is a change with that, by the way, which we'll get to when we come to it.
Yes.
His primary stats are leadership and savant and Palanite drill.
Yes.
Which is their, I don't know how much has changed, but we'll go over it.
A fair bit.
Okay, there we go. And yeah, other than that, he is fairly stock standard. Gang hierarchy leader, tools of the trade, group activation 2, like most other gang leaders.
Yes. So the big change with him is he's no longer your push towards melee model. You have a different one of those. he can now be played as whatever. He's not a fantastic combat leader because he only has 2 attacks.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that even your good melee is not great. Savant primary is good. He did lose. I don't think the other one had shooting. I don't remember. Palanite drill is better than it used to be.
Good. It was awful.
Yes. Well, no, it had a couple. It had 2 really good skills. Remember?
It had 2 fine ones.
Yes. It still only really has 2 because those haven't changed.
Well, fair.
His equipment list. So, just like everyone else, it is now officially written in that during the course of a campaign, a captain can be given additional weapons and war gear from this list and from the trading post.
Woo!
They interact with the trading post just like everybody else. That was a concern you and I had voiced. Not a concern at all.
Yep.
They do the trading post just like everybody else, and he has a starting list, and then you get trading post.
I was gonna say asterisk with the nomads, but it's fine.
Well, okay, not
literally everybody
as
else.
normal. Let me say as normal.
They don't have special rules for the trading post.
Not much of his weapons list has really changed. He's got his Enforcer bolt gun. There are penetrator rounds, which I don't think there were previously.
Yeah, those don't sound
He still kind of has the Enforcer shotgun, which is like a shotgun, combat shotgun, but not as good because you can't get Firestorm ammo. He does have access to a plasma pistol. Sorry, not plasma gun, plasma pistol base,
Not
which
terrible.
they didn't have previously. That's probably one of the best things you're going to go for. Combi bolter, which you're never going to go for. He has a web gun access, which with Savant is... Oh, no, that's Cunning that makes web guns good.
Yes.
He has access to the heavy concussion ram, the heavy stubber, and the assault ram, the sledgehammer, which he did not previously.
Yeah, because those were subjugator.
Those were subjugator only. The heavy stubber is heavy stubber. The heavy concussion ram is pretty good, as we talked about.
Concussion ram is sweet.
And we'll talk more about all these weapons, of course, at the end.
I like the sledgehammer as well, but that's just me.
I wanna be your
Where the people are.
One thing that he got access to, his close combat weapons, he has power knife, power maul, power sword.
Okay.
That's different.
Okay.
He has access to all these on base. There is no such thing as a shock staff anymore.
Good.
It's gone. Well, he still has the shock baton, which was the shock staff, but worse.
Oh, that's true. I always confuse which one's better.
But he also has access to the riot shield,
Okay.
which is like has the same rule as the energy shield. The difference is unlike the assault shield, it sucks in melee.
Okay.
We'll cover the riot shield more later. He's the only one who has carapace light armor on his list. He has the normal flak armor, hardened flak armor. Of particular note is that he no longer comes with the armored undersuit.
Right.
He no longer comes with a stub gun.
They don't come with anything base?
Comes with the Magnicals.
The Magnicals.
They get the Magnicals. Everyone gets Magnical stock. We're not going to say this on everyone. So he's gotten cheaper than previously.
Sure.
Because he's only 120 now. But you no longer get an armored undersuit for free.
It's a little rough.
You don't get anything for free. Except the Magnicals. And you also no longer have a stub gun, which is actually good because...
It took up a slot, and stub guns are pretty bad on anybody that's not a Juve.
Right. So overall, pretty big glow up for him.
It's fair.
He can be built however you want him to. He has great melee options on his melee list. He's got some pretty strong ranged options. He doesn't have things like the plasma gun, but also trading post.
Yeah.
So, you can start him out with a checks notes 50 credit bolt gun.
Cool.
That is the one problem with the plasma pistol being on here is it's hard to justify a plasma pistol for 50 credits.
When you have a bolt gun right there.
Unless you're building him as a more punchy guy.
That's true. Because then you can use it in melee.
Now, for more shooty guy, you have the Palanite Enforcer champion, which the sergeant. Movement 5, weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 3.
Weren't they 4 and 4 before?
Uh-huh.
They basically just increased their ballistic.
Strength 3, toughness 3, 2 wounds, initiative 3. I believe that's higher.
Oh.
1 attack, leadership 6, cool 6, willpower 6, intelligence 7. Usual gang hierarchy rules. He still has shooting primary.
Nice.
And Palanite drill primary.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
They used to have cunning primary, and that is now gone.
Okay.
Which kind of sucks because he now has a web gun on his list.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
And that was always really good with infiltrate. But on the other hand, I keep shooting and I keep Palanite drill. I'll take that. I'll take that. Same thing. He can interact with the trading post as normal. He starts with Magnicals. He does not start with the
stub gun
or undersuit, but he's also only 80 credits. His weapons list is basically identical.
Okay.
Except for the heavy weapons, he only has access to the heavy stubber. He doesn't have access to the concussion ram or the sledgehammer.
That's a little rough.
Well, that's because someone else does. His special weapons, he has the sniper rifle, web gun, flamer, concussion carbine, which is good. Usual armor options on his list. Overall, a very strong shooting champion.
Basically got a little bit better stats wise. Otherwise, mostly the same.
4 to 3 is a pretty big.
43 is pretty good.
You can't go wrong just slapping a bolt gun on this guy.
Nope.
Or you could make him cheaper. He does have access to an auto gun.
Okay. Make him super cheap.
Make it super. If you wanted to give him an auto gun to start with, and then upgrade him to a plasma gun or a melt-a-gun or something like that, that would be very doable.
Okay.
Probably would not be a bad play. He has access to all the same melee as the Enforcer captain.
He's just worse at it.
You will never use this guy for melee.
No, they really leaned into that with only one attack, weapon skill 4+.
Because no longer do you upgrade people to subjugators.
Right.
That is no longer a thing. Instead, you have the Subjugator Sergeant.
Movement 5, weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 4. Strength 3, toughness 3, 2 wounds, 4 up initiative, 2 attacks, leadership 5, cool 6, willpower 6, intelligence 7. Yeah, basically a swap of those. And he's 90 credits, so a little bit increased for the +1 attack, I guess.
Yeah.
He also comes with magnicals, nothing else crazy. His primaries are brawn and palanite drills.
Brawn's better. I mean, we say this every single time.
Every
Brawn
single
comes
time.
Up. Brawn is better than it was. It's
Still not great.
And this guy, there's one skill that you probably want to put from Palanite Drill on. It's the countercharge skill.
Yes, 100%. So then you can like, pop.
What's his weapon options like?
Weapon options are so his basic weapon is literally only the subjugation pattern grenade launcher. He can't take auto gun. He can't take anything else.
Yep.
I love that the melee guy, like, he doesn't get any other basic weapons, just a grenade launcher.
Right, and it's the same subjugation pattern grenade launcher. But this is the new video, so we should talk about these things as if
we should.
But we'll talk more about that later when we talk about
when we get to the equip.
The weapons. Yep.
Pistols are normal, auto pistol, and stub gun. We have a chem thrower, which I believe is new.
It is new. It's bad.
Okay.
It's really bad. You'll never take it, but we'll talk about it.
Concussion ram, heavy stubber, and the assault ram sledgehammer with heavy weapons. So the same that you could take on the previous. We have basically all the same close combat weapons as the leader. The Vigilance Assault Shield, is that the same one?
No, it is not. That's the better one.
It's a better one.
Right. The Vigilance Assault Shield is the one he used to have.
Oh, okay.
And it's the shield you're used to.
Okay.
The Riot Shield has the same rules, but is worse in combat. We'll talk about that when we talk about the actual stats.
He can only take layered flak armor or hardened layered flak armor.
Right.
That's interesting.
He can't take the cheaper normal version.
Yeah.
However, again, same rules about the trading post, which means you'll
just have access
probably just give him mesh armor.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, and pretty standard otherwise.
Right.
Does have field armor base, which is kind of nice.
So does the other sergeant. Yeah.
That's a little interesting. Not a lot. I think the only one I can think of off the top of my head that does is Vansar.
Yes. But these guys are pretty rich. So
yeah, true. They're being fed some money.
Well, sometimes. So nowadays, basically, he hasn't changed from other subjugators, except 2 attacks.
Yes.
That's the big thing. And 4 up weapon skill. Or sorry, 3 up weapon skill. Yeah. Like, he's actually a decent melee model. He's still not a blender.
Right. He only has 2 attacks. He only has weapon skill 3. But he is your melee model. He'll get the job done. He's slightly above average.
Right. And the other thing, the old thing about having to, like, pay extra to make people subjugators, that's all gone. You do pay extra, he's 10 more credits.
Sure.
Basically 10 credits for an attack, which is actually a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I'd take that.
And then we get to the actual, your patrolmans. So your patrolmen are also divided into Palanite and Subjugator. And they follow the same thing. Basically same stat line as a sergeant, except they still have initiative 3 on the patrolman, but leadership 7, cool 7, and of course 4 up ballistic skill instead of 4 up weapon skill.
Yeah.
He can, of course, be, when the gang is founded, a single Palanite Enforcer patrolman can be promoted to become a Palanite Enforcer specialist. Specialists get XP and they get tools of the trade. What's interesting, though, is that during the course of the campaign, Palanite Enforcer patrolman and specialists may be given additional weapons purchased from this list. Okay. Palanite Enforcer patrolmen and specialists have no restrictions upon the types of weapon they can take. All weapon types are available. Now, you still can only give them things from this list.
Sure.
But that means that your normal patrolmen can get special weapons, even if they're not specialists.
Interesting.
Now, you only have 2 special weapons on here, the sniper rifle and the concussion carbine.
Mm.
So that is something that is kind of the same as it was.
Yeah.
The concussion carbine is a special weapon, but you can put it on anybody in your gang except for the juvies.
Sure.
And that's a pretty good choice because it's a pretty strong weapon.
Yeah.
Now, the one weird thing about the patrolman is he doesn't have access to the auto gun.
That is weird.
The sergeants and the captains do. But your cheapest basic weapon is the 50 credit bolt gun or the 60 credit enforcer shotgun.
Oh my god.
So unless you want to give this guy auto pistol and stub gun and then go to the trading post and buy an auto gun,
Yeah.
which you might want to just do, he doesn't have access to a cheap primary weapon off the bat. It's bolt guns or nothing. Or honestly, you probably would just give them the concussion carbine.
Yeah, because it's cheaper.
Right. It's kind of weird that the only the your bog standard auto gun only goes on your captains and sergeants apparently.
How backwards is that?
It's a little strange.
It's a little weird.
It's a little strange. Maybe it's because it's not in the kit.
Maybe.
It's in the upgrade kit, which we might never see again.
Yeah, true.
Oh, by the way, the skills he has is shooting and Palanite drill, which will only come into effect if he's a specialist or if he gets upgraded. Both very good. Everything else about him very same. Power knife, power maul. Does not have the power sword. Okay. Does have the riot shield.
Nice.
And the shock baton that you will absolutely never take because it is literally more the same cost as a power maul.
Ugh.
Which is way better.
Yeah.
Black armor on his list. Whatever. You're probably just going to give him mesh armor. You're probably never going to pay for hardened flak armor. You're just going to pay for mesh armor. Blah.
So stats wise, how many points? 45 credits. That's
45 credits, yes, which is cheaper than the 60 he used to be.
Yeah.
Now, he used to be 60 credits and come with an armored undersuit.
Right.
He doesn't
so
anymore.
That paid for that, yeah. So I would say probably about average for stats ganger wise.
Yeah, very like the definition of average.
I think above average equipment list.
However, 3-up initiative is not average.
That's true.
3-up initiative is slightly better than normal.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the fact, I mean, having a 50 credit bolt gun on your list is, like, on the one hand, that's 50 credits. On the other hand, it's a bolt gun.
Well, also the fact that you can, this is leaning into Nomad's territory, is put snipers on everybody.
Yeah, you could do that. I'd rather put concussion carbines on all these guys, though.
True.
I think I like that better.
Oh,
All right.
I want the one cop on the roof, just like.
Oh, yeah, you make one of those.
Yeah.
The other thing is that the specialist, there's no reason to have a specialist for the weapons.
That's true.
So normally the specialist, you choose it game creation and give him a grenade launcher. Not an option here.
Right.
And your 2 special weapons can be taken by anybody.
Right.
So you're going to make your specialist, you're going to give him a stub gun, and then after game 1, you're going to give him a plasma gun is what you're going to do. Or the grenade launcher.
No, I thought you said they're limited to the stuff on this list. Because it's only war gear from the trading post.
Oh, you're right. Even specialists.
So the only thing that is different is they can choose their upgrades and...
yeah, that is one big problem, is that normally your specialist is a carrier for your grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Your special weapons aren't very good in this game.
No, they're not.
So,
but to be fair, their basic weapons are pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, also you're gonna. Well, no, what you're gonna do? Okay, in that case, what you're gonna do is you're gonna make your specialist. Give him an enforcer bolt gun. You're gonna give him fast shot.
I think
because you hate your friends.
It's the reverse of every other gang in the game. You're gonna give your specialist the basic weapon. You're gonna give all of your normal ones special weapons.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I like it. And then the subjugator side.
Subjugator side. He has 55 credits. Movement 5, weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4, strength 3, toughness 3, 1 wound, 4-up initiative, but 2 attacks.
2 attacks on a ganger. Not a bad look.
7s across the board for mental stats. You can upgrade one of these to a specialist. We'll see if that matters. Primaries are brawn and palanite drills, just like the champion is. They get magnicals for free, just like everybody else. The subjugated patrolman and specialist maybe buy weapons from here, but can only buy war gear from the trading post, so you're limited to what's on this list. Let's see what's on the list.
What's in the box?
Actually, really, really funny. There's no special weapons on this list.
Nope.
But all types are available, like the other ones. So
right.
you can give literally everybody a heavy weapon if you want to.
And he does have heavy weapons on the
There's heavy weapons here.
Yeah.
So once again, the basic weapon is just the grenade launcher.
Right.
The subjugator grenade launcher.
So if you want to have a grenade launcher guy,
It's gonna be on your melee, dude.
And he's going to be more expensive. And also, this grenade launcher is, if you want all the features of the other grenade launcher, it's more expensive.
Yes.
Which we'll talk about when
because it doesn't come with crack grenades at the
Right.
least. Anyway, auto pistol, subgun, heavy concussion ram, and sledgehammer.
Right.
Power knife, power ball, power sword, shock baton.
So this ganger does get the power sword.
He does get the power sword.
You have a ganger with power sword on his list.
A ganger with power sword and the assault shield
And 2 attacks.
and 2 attacks. That's pretty sweet.
That would get expensive very fast.
Yes.
But you had this case to make some really annoying, durable melee gangers with this gang.
Yeah. Like, obviously, we haven't gotten to the juvies yet, but,
Right.
like, everybody, ganger and up, can be decked out.
Right, yeah.
Which is kind of cool. And then normal stuff on the other side, stim, slug, stash, auto lumens, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
5 different grenade options, sure.
Yeah. Overall, I'm happy. This is one of my favorite changes because it was always such a pain in the butt. It felt like you were being scammed
Yeah.
to upgrade to Palanite. Like, you almost never get subjugators, right? Nowadays, this feels like an alternative ganger option.
Yeah.
We're seeing lots of those, aren't we?
We are. I like that. So I don't want to say they started with Khador. Khador is not the, like, progenitor of it.
They didn't know what they were doing with Khador.
No, they did not.
That was a gimmick then. They started with Van Sar.
They did.
And then, I mean, Squats didn't get one, but Squats got another champion.
Sure.
And then we got the Ash Waste Nomads got their alternate melee champions, and now we have the codifying of it in these guys.
Yeah.
I really like them. And then last but least, your rookies. So previously, rookies were the worst part of Palanites because they were the worst thing to keep track of.
Yeah.
Because your rookies, you only ever got as a replacement, and they didn't cost anything.
But you still had to.
But they had free gear.
Yeah.
So you got to some weird math about adding them to your list.
Yes.
All of that is gone. Nowadays, they are basically the most rookies that you'd ever rookie. They have 6-inch movement. They have 5 up ballistic and weapon skill, strength 3, toughness 3, 1 wound, 3 up initiative, 1 attack, 8s across the board. They have normal fast learner, promotion into an enforcer specialist. Worth noting, they can only be promoted into Palanite Enforcer specialists.
Not the subjugators.
And not the subjugators. Also worth noting, did you notice that on there it said that when gang is founded, a single Palanite Enforcer subjugator patrolman can be promoted to specialist?
So if you have both, you get to upgrade both.
You get 2 specialists in this gang.
That's kind of cool.
Now, being a specialist
Matters a lot less.
with your subjugator literally only matters to get you skills, because otherwise that matters in no way, shape, or form. They don't even have special weapons on this list.
Yeah.
But getting skills when one of those skills is Palanite Drill.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Anyway, back to the rookie. Your rookie has Palanite Drill primary and no other primaries.
Cool.
Shooting secondary and agility secondary, but we've talked about secondaries. You're never going to use them.
Never.
His weapons list is very, very basic.
The first thing I see is Enforcer bolt gun and Enforcer shotgun.
Enforcer bolt gun on your rookies.
What the hell?
Yeah, no auto gun.
No auto gun.
No, if you want to be cheap though, you can give them auto pistol or stub gun.
Sure.
Their only close combat weapon is the dreadful shock baton.
Oh.
They have a bunch of grenade options, flak armor, hardened flak armor, a whole bunch of personal equipment, including armored undersuits, which is not normal for rookies.
That's weird.
And they do start with manticles.
Sure.
You can only get things off this list except for war gear. They can only be equipped with pistols, basic, and close combat weapons.
Okay.
Which, not all rookies can be equipped with basic weapons.
That's true.
So, like, here's the thing. Normally, you take your rookie and you give him a stub gun and a melee weapon, and you hope they just, like, stomp things and get in the way.
Yeah.
The cheapest melee weapon you can give this guy is 30 credits. And it's a shock baton, which is not worth 30 credits.
Which is not worth 30 credits. Give them 2 stub guns.
And then hope in melee he gets 2 shots. Because you only get 1 attack. No, I guess you do wheeling.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's true.
But you can only attack with 1 pistol.
With 1 pistol. So no, what you need to do is never get them into melee. Just get the +2 to hit it ranged.
What you do is never take rookies, probably.
Yeah, but you get them for free when your guys die.
Yeah, that's the only time you'd take a rookie. I would not take one at game creation. Because they're really bad. Because you can't give them that melee weapon to help them do anything in melee. You could give them a stub gun and have them take pot shots. You could give a rookie a bolt gun.
Yeah.
For 75 credits.
Have him aim, get the +1 to hit, and still miss half the time.
Yeah. If you end up with bolt guns in your inventory, though, which is what's going to happen if people die, right?
True.
Like, then get a free rookie, give them a bolt gun. Here you go, son. Off in the world you go. throw a helmet and a bolt gun
God.
on him and shove him out the door.
Yeah, those equipment are interesting choices.
Very, very strange. And that's your basic. You also have your the Palanite Ranger crew, which is unchanged.
Okay.
It is your vehicle crew. It is the most basic standard vehicle crew in existence. 4 up ballistic skill, 7s across the board. You cost you 30 credits.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it. And their weapons are, they don't even have the Enforcer bolt gun. You can put the Enforcer Taurus Venator on there, which we'll talk about. They can also
They don't have anything special on this
Ridge
list.
Runner, Rot Grinder, Wolf Cod, or custom vehicle. No.
Absolutely nothing special.
They're the most basic, normal of crews. So that's your actual game. Big glow up from previously.
Yes.
We'll talk about the bad zones in a separate addendum at the end of this video, where we tell you that you don't play Badzone Enforcers unless you're looking for challenge mode.
Yeah.
Spoiler, they haven't changed. So, hangers on, brutes, and exotic beasts. You only got one exotic beast. It's your work. Your Cyber Mastiff, hard case Cyber Mastiff, for 130 credits,
Which is more expensive than any other guy in your gang, including your leader.
Yep. Not including the brutes, I guess.
Not including brutes.
You get a dog who is movement 5, weapon skill 3, strength 3, toughness 4, 1 wound, 4 initiative, 2 attacks,
Okay.
6 leadership, 6 cool, 7 willpower, 8 intelligence. If the hard case Cyber Mastiff is taken out of action, he gets to complete his activation if he hasn't activated yet.
Okay.
So if he's already activated your SOL, but if he hasn't activated, he gets to go before he dies. Cyber Mastiff counts as being equipped with light carapace armor and a respirator, so toughness 4, 4 up save all the time.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like, they're not bad. And then they have Faithful Protector, which is when a hard case Cyber Mastiff is standing and active or engaged within 3 inches of the owner, you can't coup de grace.
Cool.
You can't get coup de grace. If the owner is standing and engaged when activated and the hard case Cyber Mastiff is within 6 inches of them, the hard case Cyber Mastiff may immediately be moved into base contact with one or more of its fighters engaging the owner. So free charge. They don't get to charge,
But they get to engage,
which
and
gives you a +1 to hit.
yeah, or get your opponent -1 to hit.
Right.
Very good.
And they have +1, or they have primary in combat.
Yeah.
They have a shock bite, which we'll talk about
Is
now.
it just like their base stats with shock on it?
No. It's user strength, so strength 3, but you
Sure.
have shock, which is auto wound on a 6.
Yep.
If you could give the
that'd be
prefecture,
so good.
you could give the prefecture to them, that would be great. Arbitrator says that's
I'll
allowed.
allow it.
Yeah. But 1 AP.
Okay.
It also has 1 damage and rending.
Okay.
So it's not the worst. Like, there
It's
are
not
130 credits. Are they worth 130 credits? No.
No.
Are they worth 130 credits even if you're using the prefecture built for them? Also no. They're fun. They're not the worst.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get use out of them because strength, toughness 4 with a 4 up save means they're actually hard to kill.
They're tanks.
Right. And then even if you do get to kill them, they're like,
Yeah.
gonna get you for that.
Now, I will say it's very funny. I play Infinity. Infinity has a similar ability that when you would die, instead you get 1 more activation. It's called Dogged.
Circle of life. Now, hangers on. So they have ability, access to all the normal hangers on. Sloppers, docks, lookouts, ammo jacks. Ammo jacks are particularly good with them when your Enforcer bolt gun has a 4 up ammo save and doesn't have scarce.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby. But they also have a new one, which is the new model that we saw previewed.
The Haunt.
The Haunt. So, tell us about the Haunt.
They're part of the ship, part of the crew.
So that means they always get to fight.
They always get to fight. So they're basically brutes, but aren't brutes.
The big problem with them is that they're still hangers on.
Yep.
So if they ever get a lasting injury that changes their stats, they're deleted from your roster. They go home.
They also, I believe, can't get experience.
They
or
also
level
can't
up,
ever experience or level up.
so they're strictly worse than a brute.
Right.
Anyway.
They're 85 credits.
85 credits. They're movement 5, weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 5. Not what you're taking them for. Strength 3, toughness 3, 2 wounds, 3+ initiative, 1 attack, leadership 6, cool 6, willpower 5, intelligence 7. They are sanctioned psychers, which get to reroll their failed willpower test once per battle.
Yep. So 5 up willpower and you get to reroll 1.
Not bad.
Pretty good.
And they have the hexagrammatic dampers. If this fighter suffers a Perils of the Warp roll, there's no need to roll on the Perils of the Warp table. Instead, the fighter is immediately taken out of action as a result of the lasting injury table, out cold.
So you have a free reroll once per game.
Yep.
And even if you do perils, you just go out cold. No explosion.
Yep.
No turning into a chaos spawn. No killing your friends. Well, pretty good.
They have no weapons and are equipped with hardened flak armor. So a little bit of armor to start with for the 85 credits. And they have the fearsome skill.
So if someone wants to charge you,
they have tickets. They have ticket test.
Now, what's weird is when you pick, you can have up to 2 of these in game.
Yes, there's
and when you pick one, you must pick your flavor.
So there's 2 different flavors. So you can either have one of each, 2 of one, or 2 of the other.
Yes, 2 flavors. There's chocolate vanilla swirl and horseshit dog shit swirl. Because 2 flavors. There's the good flavor and there's the bad flavor.
The first is the Psyrender.
This is the good flavor.
They know the Psyrender weird powers and have Fearful Aura special skill, which is if an enemy makes a charged double action that would result in them making 1 or more close combat attacks against this fighter, they must make a willpower check before moving. If the check has failed, they cannot move and their action immediately ends.
So it's fearsome, but betterer.
Yes.
Basically, it's, you charge me? No, you don't. Willpower check, or you just lose.
Yeah. So they have fearsome and that.
Yes.
His charge action result. So they basically get to be tested twice?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Kind of. That's the thing. Like, fearsome... That's my read on it, because otherwise it's completely redundant.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what fearsome already is.
Yeah, that's true. And it's a fearful aura.
The difference is that fearsome doesn't cancel your...
They just lose the action.
Right.
Whereas this is their action ends. No, they're the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, they basically just get double fearsome. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
That's a weird one.
Feels wrong.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, what I think it is I think they just didn't check. So arbitrators choose how you're going to... If someone's bringing a haunt, you need to decide how you're going to handle that.
True.
Personally, I don't like the idea of making 2 willpower checks. That seems stupid to me.
I'd let them make 2 willpower checks.
That just seems like, you passed your... Because it's such a feel bad if I pass my first one, then don't pass my second.
Yeah, it does. That's true. It does feel bad.
I
would make them feel bad.
That's fair.
Their psychic powers are mind control, basic continuous. Pick somebody within 9 line of sight. They make a shoot basic action, even if they've already activated, target an eligible fighter from their own gang. Chosen by the...
Yep, we talked about this in our psychic review. Mind control is fantastic.
Mind control is really good. That fighter immediately makes a shoot, even if they're... Yeah. So they don't get to turn.
Nope.
But
so you do need 9 inches, and you do need line of sight.
Yes. Then they have Terrify double action. Choose a single enemy fighter, both within 18 inches and line of sight. 18's huge. Fighter must immediately make a nerve test with -3 or become broken. Pretty good.
-3 means your guys with cool 5s need to roll an 8.
Yeah. And anybody worse than that is just like, good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is... it's a double action.
Yeah.
But it's crowd control out the wazoo.
Yeah.
And lastly, they have hallucinations. Basic action, choose an enemy fighter within 12. The fighter immediately becomes subject to the insane condition.
And that's why you bring this guy.
No willpower test. It just happens.
Also no line of sight.
Oh, you're right. The other 2 specifically say...
You're within 12 inches. You're insane.
A booga booga booga.
Like, and we talked about that, but that's the same reaction we had when we talked about it last time. This is a very good discipline.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing. That's a really good one, making someone insane. Now, insane is not reliably bad, because they could just roll and be okay. They also could roll and just leave.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. That one's also the one you do if you can't see anybody.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, you're 12 inches on the other side of a wall or cover?
Dang.
Yeah, I mean and that's only a single, right? Or is it double?
It's a basic.
It's a basic, so you can still do that and then move.
Yep.
Or you can move up.
Or move and then do it within 12. And unlike all other psychic powers, because these guys are hangers on, they just get all of them. They don't have to pick one.
Yeah.
They just get all of them.
Now, the one you will never take is the Bone Crusher.
I want that Bone Crusher.
Who I'd like to remind you has a 5-up weapons and ballistic skill. So the Bone Crusher knows the Bone Crusher weird powers, which are basically telekinesis. If you remember from our review, telekinesis is one of our least favorite disciplines. Has the Fists of Fury special rule. When this fighter makes an unarmed attack, his one unarmed attack, increase the strength and damage characteristics of the attack by 1. You're still only hitting on 5s.
Not the weapon skill with your 1 attack?
No! You have 1 attack hitting on a 5.
Okay.
But don't worry, the powers make up for it. They don't make up for it. You have Crush. Basic action. Target a single enemy fighter or obstacle within 12 inches of line of sight and make a hit roll using this fighter's BS of 5. If the hit is scored, an obstacle is destroyed and removed from the battlefield. Well, an enemy fighter must make a save roll. If the save roll is successful, you roll an injury dice and immediately apply.
So it's like gravity.
Yeah, so that sounds great, except you're hitting on a 5.
Yeah.
If it didn't have that part, that would be great. But it does have that part. Therefore, this is almost useless.
Yep.
Roll a 5-up willpower check to 2/3 of the time do nothing. And this guy can never get experience.
Nope. Can't upgrade. Can't take anything to the upgrade.
And aiming doesn't work because it's not a shoot action.
Yep. So Bone Crusher should have like, this should be like a 4-up to hit.
He should have a different stat line.
He should have a different
Or
his
his
other
Bone Crusher
guy
thing should give you a +1 to your melee skill. Even then, you'd only be on a 4. It'd still suck.
Yeah. So they should have base 4-up to hit. It wouldn't be broken in the other guy who can't take weapons, by the way.
What's he going to do? Run up and run and slap someone?
And then the Bone Crusher should get +1 to hit so he hits on 3s.
Right.
That'd be great.
Have you seen the model?
Yeah.
So Editor Cody put the model here. It looks amazing. But wait, there's less. Force field, basic, continuous effect. While this weird power is maintained, the fighter and any friendly fighters within 3 inches of them improve their save rolls granted by armor by 1, or if they don't have a save, gain a 6+ save roll. This one's actually okay.
Yes.
It's only a 3-inch aura, so again, this is a template problem. But I wouldn't pay 85 credits for this.
No.
But this guy running around behind your guy who already has a 3-up save and giving him a 2-up save is hilarious.
That's true.
Like, you've got your captain who has light carapace armor. He's got an assault shield for +1 armor in melee, and then he's got a 2-up save from this guy.
Yeah. Real annoying.
And then he gets melted.
Yeah.
You know? And then finally, Force Blast, basic.
Blast.
Enemy fighters within 3 inches pushed away, D3 +1 inches away. You can push people off of ledges, and you can make them take hits if you hit the terrain.
Okay, so when you said that there was one good choice and one really bad choice, I didn't think it was that bad. There's no redeeming qualities.
The Bone Crusher is my new #1 pick for best Necromunda model with the worst rules.
That's so awful.
If the Cyrender didn't exist, you would still never take a Bone Crusher. Ever.
Yeah.
The Cyrender does exist.
And it's good.
And is really good. Because remember, this is a weird, so this is also your chance to, like, you know, mess with people's weird powers. And you're sanctioned, so you don't give people extra credits if they kill you. I want to do an Outcast gang with a sanctioned Cyrender as my leader.
That would be sick.
Because that would be sick.
See. I want to do an Outcast gang with the Bone Crusher as the leader, because then I can upgrade his stats.
I want to do an Outcast gang using the Bone Crusher model and the Outcast Psyker stats, because he would actually be usable.
Yeah, because that model's great.
Absolute win for the Cyrender. Absolute what the heck were you thinking, Games Workshop?
Real downside, they come together. You have to buy both.
I mean, that's not a downside because the Bone Crusher is going to be an amazing model to paint.
It's true.
Let's go then to the Brutes. Now they have the Ogren and the Ambot. But then we have the good old Lawbot, aka the Sanctioner Pattern Automata, for 205 credits. Movement 5, Weapon Skill and Ballistic Skill 4, Strength 4, Toughness 5, 3 wounds, 5 initiative, 2 attacks, leadership 6, 7 cool, 6 willpower, and 9 intelligence. So this is not an actual robot. It is an enforcer's brain in a jar inside a robot. We did talk about this in our previous review, but we'll talk about him here. Because actually we didn't talk... Oh, no, we did talk about him.
We did, yeah.
Here's the thing. This is your super heavy, super defensive dude.
He's an Ambot, but more defensive.
Right, and less offensive. By default, he comes with a pacifier assault claw and a heavy shock baton and a grenade launcher array with photon flash grenades.
Okay.
They all have light carapace armor.
Okay.
So 4-up save with no downside to charge.
With toughness 5 and 3 wounds. Pretty good.
You can choose to upgrade that to heavy carapace, which is a +1 in the front arc, but -1 to charge, for 20 credits.
Only 20
Which is a really
credits.
good deal. That's 3-up save in the front arc, baby. And now that does reduce your charge to,
Yeah, but like,
there's a universe in which you don't charge with this guy.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just give him ranged weapons.
What's weird about this is you can replace your pacifier assault claw or your shock baton with one of the following. So you can mix and match as choice. Let's talk about what. Okay, let's go over them and then we'll talk about the stats.
Okay.
You can give him a concussion cannon for 80 credits. You can give him a man catcher for 100 credits, or you can give him the sledgehammer ram for 40 credits. So let's look at their stats because these are weird.
Yeah, those are all unique. Well, I mean the assault ram.
Let's start with the melees. So by default, you get the pacifier assault claw.
I see.
Yeah.
Every time you said pacifier.
Yeah, I think of weird. Oh god, no. Assault shock baton, heavy shock baton. So the pacifier assault claw is user strength, so 4, 1 AP, 2 damage, and pulverize.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Legit.
The shock baton is strength, no AP, 1 damage, shock, and parry.
Okay. Again,
so that's
a little more defensive.
Very defensive option.
Yeah.
Now you can replace those with the cannon, that's a gun. The man catcher or the sledgehammer. I wanna be. The man catcher is a both melee or ranged option. The melee option is user strength, -1 AP, 1 damage, but it has entangle.
Okay.
That's not why you take this though. Why you take this is that the ranged option's a web gun.
Oh, that is pretty good.
Right. That's why you take this. So it's a web gun with bad melee.
Sure.
But it's got entangle in at 1 AP.
Yeah, it is a melee option.
So really those are your only melee options because the assault ram is a ranged weapon and the
Concussion
can's a ranged weapon. So for melee option, you either have the man catcher, which is a web gun but not great melee, or the baton, which is purely defensive, or the assault claw, which is strength 4,
which is pretty good. And that's the
AP1,
default, which is kind of
2
nice.
damage. The ranged weapons are your concussion cannon, which is short range 9, long range 18, +1 to hit at short range.
Nice.
Strength 4, AP1, 2 damage, blast 3 inches, concussion, knockback, and seismic. Seismic is you always get knocked down. Concussion is they get -2 to their initiative, which makes them extra weak to photon flash grenades. We talked about this in our How to Kill Vehicles video, by the way. This guy's really good against vehicles. Strength 4, AP1, 2 damage is actually scary. That's a bolt gun.
Yep. That's pretty good.
The assault ram has a melee variant, which is 2-inch versatile, strength +2, 1 AP, 2 damage, pulverize, knockback, and versatile. So that's actually your better melee weapon.
That's probably the best melee weapon.
It also comes with auxiliary grenade launcher.
Dang.
The problem is it's choke grenades, which are not great.
No.
They're gas grenades. And frag grenades. Which
Oh,
are
I
fine.
thought it was the flash grenades.
Nope. He comes with an auxiliary grenade array,
Oh, okay.
which comes with flash grenades.
Gotcha.
The assault ram also comes with grenade launchers.
Gotcha.
Built in.
Gotcha.
So that is your 40 credit better melee option. That's your premier melee option.
It's
for 40 credits.
upgrading your 2 damage to a better melee weapon.
Right. So there's a lot of ways to build this guy.
Yeah.
Here's the two things. You either keep him stock and have him be purely defensive and have an okay melee. If you wanted to have ranged punch, you give him the 80 credit concussion cannon.
Yep.
If you want to just upgrade his melee, you give him the sledgehammer which also comes with the blast a frag grenade, which is pretty good.
And if you want to waste 100 credits,
If you want to give him a web gun, keep in
Yeah,
mind.
you can give him a
Oh,
web
by
gun.
the way, he has the Got Your 6 skill.
that's pretty good.
That's where the web gun comes in.
Remember how earlier we were talking about how Got Your 6 that it's really good with web guns?
He can have one.
You can have a web gun.
Right. The grenade array has photon flash grenades. You can pay way too many credits to give it a bunch of other non-lethal grenades.
Nice.
The only one on here you'd ever do is the smoke grenades for 15 credits.
So they had Enforcers used to have a like little sub theme of non-lethal damage,
Yes.
and it didn't work very well.
No.
And there's bits of it still in here,
Yes.
and I still don't think it works very well.
No. I mean, photon flash grenades are always scary.
True.
The fact that this guy has them is a huge value add for him.
Yep. On top of the concussion.
Keep in mind that as a brute, you have to make all these decisions when you buy him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a brute.
I thought that was dependent on the model.
Um,
It would say.
Because it's replace.
Boo.
Right. So keep in mind, he also has ferocity as his primary, making him even better. And lastly, but not leastly, 2 special rules. Automated repair systems. During recovery and restart, do not roll to see if he recovers from being seriously injured. He just gets up as if he's had a flesh wound.
During your recovery and restart? That's really funny.
He just gets up. Well, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
So he just gets up and has a flesh wound with toughness 5.
Okay.
And then mobile bulwark. If a friendly fighter is in partial cover due to being obscured by him, they instead are in full cover.
Wow. That's pretty good.
So this guy is good. He is less offensive than an ambot, but he's faster.
Yep.
And more defensive.
Yes.
Between toughness 5 and a 20 credit 3-up save that you're always going to take.
Yeah, basically.
This guy can be very hard to kill.
I like him.
I don't think you start the campaign with him.
205 credits is so much.
205
205 credits with no upgrades.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing is I do think you want to put... I really like the concussion cannon on him because I think that makes him way more threatening.
I agree.
Otherwise, he's way too non-threatening.
So I like either the concussion cannon or the sledgehammer.
I wouldn't do both.
You could do both if you're drowning in credits.
Right. The concussion cannon with just the pacifier is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty big threat. The sledgehammer with just the pacifier is pretty good.
True. You still get both.
You still got frag grenades.
Yeah.
And frag grenades ain't bad. And then you got photon flash grenades just to annoy everybody.
Yeah.
All right. And that's it for the unique routes.
I like him, but he's expensive. So they're one and only?
Yeah, they're only unique vehicles.
They're only unique vehicles.
But they can take out the normal vehicles. True. So your suppression siren can go on a ridge hauler.
Yeah. Yeah, it can.
Or this.
Is the Tauros Venator. 130 credits. It is movement 7, front and side toughness of 5, rear toughness of 4, 3 hull points, 5+ handling, which is really good handling.
Yes.
And a 4+ save, and then the mental stats and ballistic skill are dependent on whatever. It has 1 hard point that has crew operated and all around.
Yep, by default.
By default. A dedicated gunner, which is the best part about this dude.
Yep.
You can perform a move and shoot basic action. You can move your full distance instead of half. So move 7 and shoot is very good.
Very mobile.
Very mobile. He has wheels, so he does not ignore difficult terrain. Has 2 body slots, 3 drive slots, and 3 engine slots. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff over here. So can he take only stuff on this list is my first question.
No. Generally, no. So it's an Enforcer Terrorist Vendor may be equipped with additional vehicle war gear from the Enforcer Terrorist Vendor equipment list and the trading post. Fitted additional weapons from this list or the basic special heavy weapons of the trading post.
Okay.
So you can upgrade him.
You can upgrade.
Yes.
I don't think he has anything like super cool in here. He has a blade of armor.
Yep. So he's got the usual. He's got a blade of armor. He's got tire spikes, tire claws, which are good for and powered steering, both of which are good for making his already good handling very better.
Yep.
The big thing about him is his 2 weapons. Twin linked heavy stubber for 155 credits.
Too much.
That you will not take because they need to change this rule.
They do.
You always get -1 to hit with heavy stubbers in the ash weights because you always use the long range rule.
Yep.
They should just change it so you don't get your short range bonus if they're going to do that.
Yeah.
Because it makes this useless. It's still too much. Because the other option is twin linked concussion cannons.
For 10 less credits.
And that's what you'll take.
Yeah.
Either you take nothing on him to start and just drive him around. Like maybe buy it and then hope you don't field it.
I can't say I haven't done that before.
Right. Or you put the concussion cannons on him. Like we talked about in our How to Kill Vehicle videos, Enforcers are very good at killing vehicles because they have the combination of concussion and seismic, which can make people immediately have to take a handling tech at -2. That's what the heavy concussion cannon does. And on top of that, it's still... Or not heavy concussion,
this is
twin-linked concussion cannon. On top of that, it's still strength 4, AP1, 2 damage. So it actually does okay damage against everything, and it's a blast weapon. And it's very good at killing vehicles, which in Ash Waste is what you want your vehicles to do, is kill vehicles. And at the end of the day, you could also slap a last cannon on this thing.
Yeah. Now, it does only have 1 weapon that you can give it, because it only has 1... There's no upgrades you can give it to give it extra weapons.
Right.
1 weapon, period. But that weapon's pretty good.
Yeah. And 5's all around. So, 5 in front and side and 4 in the rear.
Not bad.
It does have reinforced armor as an option, so you can make that +1.
True. 665.
This is now, as far as we've talked about, almost none of the vehicles are worth buying when you compare them to a heavy vehicle.
Right.
Bang for your buck, because I think a rock grinder is only 145 credits.
Yeah, it is not much more than this.
Which is going to give you way more durability. However, I do think the Venator is durable enough that he's not going to die to a stiff breeze.
Right. It's not going to die to stiff breeze. The dedicated gunner is super nice.
The concussion cannon is going to be very annoying in the Ash Waste at killing anything you want it to.
And the movement and handling are both better than a normal medium
very
weapon.
fast and very good at handling means that other people's attempts to kill you with their concussion weapons are going to be less effective.
Yes.
Overall, I rate this one very highly.
I agree.
It's also a sweet model.
Yeah, the model looks sweet.
Okay.
Now just have 3 of those, all with sirens.
Yep. Yeah. That's the Patrick wee woo.
Wee woo.
They do have access to bounty hunters. They're normal
There's
bounty
nothing
hunters.
special about them.
They have access to house agents, which are the same as normal house agents. You can roll to get them, and you either get that. Their one dramatis personae is Scrutinator Primus Severlin. She's a blank or a null, so she can make people not have psychic actions within 6 inches of her. She can also disrupt them. Besides that, there's not a lot to talk about with her because she has the normal bounty hunter rules, and she has a stub gun.
Yeah.
Like that's like she's got, and she hits on 4s. She's 240 credits.
I'm sorry, does that say 240?
Yeah. I mean, she's got a dog. That's 130 credits of that, right?
120.
Yeah. So
130.
no, it's 130. I mean, she's got an Inversight on her stub gun,
It's got an Inversight.
and it's +1 to hit at long range. It's so much better. Yeah, no, it's no, the Excruciator rounds of strength 4 and shock. Yeah, you're never gonna take her. She's bad.
She's bad and very expensive. Oh my god.
Very cool model though.
Yeah.
We talked about the bodyguards when they came out the first time. They haven't changed. They have disintegrator guns. They're hilarious and inaccurate and might kill you, but it's funny. So we have sub factions now.
This is kind of sort of their faction rule because they it gives you stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not like everybody gets everything.
Yeah. Good news. We have sub factions. Bad news. They're all bad. You could skip this part of the video and you wouldn't miss much if you chose not to play with these, there is a pretty good chance you would never notice.
Oh, that's disappointing.
They're all really disappointing. So this is your prefecture, which is basically your who you're under.
Sure.
First one is Palanite Prefecture. This is the main one. Here's the problem. Almost all of these are additional skills you take. Or rather, can take. They don't give you a free skill. You just have access to these skills.
AKA you have to
Which
use
means
a
there's the
skill slot for them.
opportunity cost of all the other skills you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's rough.
So you get, this one gets Call of Reinforcements, which is once per battle. This fighter may perform officer down, double action. If a friendly fighter has been taken out of action in the battle, then during this end phase, a friendly fighter of the controlling player's choice who is not on the battlefield or in recovery arrives as reinforcements. So if you lose a guy, you can pull another guy who's not in the field
in the game onto the
and
board.
put them in. You get to pick. So you can be like, Lawbot.
That's honestly pretty good.
It is pretty good, but it's a double action, and it's
double
the reinforcements rule, which means there's a 50-50 chance your
That's
opponent
true.
just gets to pick.
If a friendly fighter's been taken out of action this battle.
Right. You don't have to use it the same turn.
Interesting. Oh, it is once per battle you get to pick.
Once per battle.
I
yeah.
thought they take something out and you're just like, more reinforcements, more reinforcements.
No, you only get to make the officer
Once per
down
game.
call. Officer down. Officer down. Steve, what has happened to your officers?
No, it's the same guy.
It's the
Just
same
keep
guy.
saying
Yeah. Your opponent rolls. You roll the 1-3. Your opponent places them your new guy right in the middle of their guys and just gets murdered.
Yeah.
So not great. Priority threat. If this fighter is part of your starting crew, randomly select an enemy fighter. They are a known threat to Helmor's peace and must be eliminated. If they're taken out of action during the battle, add d6 times 10 credits.
Okay.
So that's pretty fun because, if you remember, this is a skill.
Yep.
So this would take the place of a Palanite drill skill or a savant skill, or maybe you have a subjugator who's like a shooty subjugator with like one of the concussion weapons.
Sure.
And you don't want brawn or Palanite. As long as this guy shows up, you randomly pick one of your opponent's guys and go, if I kill that guy, I get d6 times 10 credits.
Okay.
Now, that could work against you because maybe it's a person they're just going to hide in the back anyway. Maybe it's their leader.
Yeah.
Maybe it's somebody they have to play with to
I think
expose themselves.
the fact that it is randomly selected is probably the worst part about it.
Yes.
But it could also mean if it's on their leader or a champion, it might make them keep them further
You got
back.
mind games going, right? And then lastly, Shield Companion. If this fighter is equipped with a weapon with the Assault Shield trait, so that is either your Vigilance Assault Shield or your Riot Shield, because they both have it, any friendly fighters that are in base contact with them are also considered to be equipped with a weapon with the Assault Shield trait. You can only benefit from one weapon with the Assault Shield trait.
Okay.
So if you're in base contact, now here's the thing, it doesn't say you have to be behind the guy with the shield.
Right. So they could be the guy in front, the shield in back.
Yeah.
They're like,
and then they charge that guy, and then you use threat response.
it's perfect.
It's fine.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
like
alright.
keeping my guys in base contact because that's really finicky, and also template weapons are a thing.
Template weapons are a thing. I like that it kind of plays into what they're trying to do anyway, like keeping your
Yes.
guys in teams.
Yes.
But I mean, giving a guy with like a two-handed weapon also a shield is kind of cool.
That is fun.
That is pretty sweet.
Like, that is a really cool thing, is like, okay, I have a rookie, and a rookie can take an assault shield.
It's true.
Right? No, they
No, he
can't.
can take a
no,
riot
they can't.
shield.
Dang it. Okay, so I have a ganger
Yeah.
with an assault shield behind
Yeah.
my guy with a plasma gun, who now has +2 armor in the front arc,
That's pretty
despite
good.
not having to buy. Yeah. Or a guy with like 2 melee
And
weapons.
any friendly fighters. So all.
Yeah.
He's protecting all of them at once.
Yeah, and then one template weapon just
One.
yeah.
Takes them all out.
All right. So
Sorry, Cody. I hit the mic.
so that's not the worst thing in the world. Priority threat's my favorite.
I think all of these are cute.
Yes. Speaking of cute, the next one is the dog one.
Oh! The Minerva Prefecture. First one is Advanced Beast Handling. Any exotic beast this fighter owns may end their activation 6 inches further away than usual. So instead of 3, it's 9.
Okay.
That's the pretty usual one. Second is Beast Mastery. This fighter may perform the Command Basic action. Command Basic. Make a leadership test for this fighter. If the test is passed, pick an exotic beast owned by this fighter. That exotic beast immediately performs 2 actions as if it were their turn, even if they're not ready. These actions do not remove their ready marker or prevent them from being activated as a part of their owner's group activation. So
that is
giving up one action.
that is action economy positive.
Giving up 1 action on your leader to get 2 actions, and it's actually technically can be 4 actions in a row.
Right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Charge, bite.
Yeah.
Because you get a free fight as part of your charge.
Yep.
And then bite.
Yeah.
Or charge, bite, kill a juvie. Charge, bite, kill another juvie.
Yeah.
Ping pong dog.
Lastly is attack order. If this fighter and one of their exotic beasts are both engaged with the same enemy model, increase the exotic beast attack characteristic by 1. I'm guessing they have 2 attacks.
They have 2 attacks.
I was
believe.
afraid they only had 1.
So here's the problem. Your dogs aren't actually that good in combat.
They're exotic beasts. They're really expensive.
They're really expensive.
fine.
They're not that great. They do have shock on their jaws, but even the hard case Cyber Mastiff is just not that great in combat.
Yeah.
So buffing your hard case Cyber Mastiff is not that great a play.
Yeah.
Especially not for a skill.
Yeah.
If these were things that were just added to your list of abilities to do, if you picked one of these, like the squats, this would be an entirely different story.
That's true.
As it is, there is no universe I'm taking that unless I am doing the Paw Patrol build.
I mean, and you are.
Even then, I don't think I'm actually building them as
Yeah, you
taking
are.
hard case Cybermax.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, I'm painting one of them as bluey, sure. But
Every single guy is going to have a dog helmet and 2 dogs. Every single
what's
guy.
weird is the dogs have the human helmets.
Bark. Bark, bark.
All right, next one, Secundan Prefecture. Now, Secundus is the one that, died. But I guess there are still cops there. This is your vehicle one.
Okay.
So any Palanite Enforcer gang drawn from the Secundan Prefecture adds the following vehicle war gear. So these are not skills.
Okay.
These are war gear that cost money that you do have to pay for.
Sure.
That you can add
But
to your vehicles.
They're options that no other prefecture has.
Right, so just keep this in mind. You do have to pay for them, but credits are a little easier to come by than skills.
Then skill slots, yeah.
Yes, and one of these is really not bad, which is this one, Suppression Siren. So it's 50 credits. Once per battle during its model's activation, the controlling player may declare they're using the Suppression Siren by making the noise, and you have to make the noise.
It says
Like,
it in the
if
rule,
you
right
don't
there.
go woo or something like that, you're not my friend.
Yeah.
When the Suppression Siren is used, all enemy fighters within 12 inches
That's a big
must
bubble.
immediately make a toughness check. If they fail, flesh wound with no saves of any kind.
And that's kicking them while they're down. Oh, dang, you're down to 1 toughness.
Die. Turns on the sound. Turns on the brown note.
I love that it's a suppression siren that just kills people.
As they are deafened, it says. So here's the thing: in an alternate universe, they would have said they're deafened, so they couldn't activate from group activations.
Yeah,
which is a mechanic they've used.
Yeah, and would be pretty good.
No, they just give you a flash to
like, boom,
12-inch bubble on a ridge hauler.
Yeah, that's crazy cool.
Here's the thing: it says once per battle. Like, okay, once per battle during this model's activation.
Okay,
can you have three vehicles with suppression sirens and just flesh wound bomb an entire team?
So you need 3
wolf
light
quads.
vehicles.
Wolf quads.
Yep, wolf quads. And then just run them. And it's just during the activation.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even an action.
Nope.
They just like move 18 inches across the board and just boom, boom, boom.
Okay, if you do that, you're a jerk, right?
Yeah. You're also no longer Josh's friend.
But no, you're my friend the first time it happens. But
that is pretty funny.
That's probably the best one.
Yeah.
Because once per game, 24-inch bubble, possible flesh wound bubble.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, against squats or Goliaths, this goes way down in stock.
Yeah.
But even then.
Yeah, I like that it gets better depending, like, if your opponents are already damaged,
yeah,
it makes it better.
But it also makes them easier to damage.
Yeah, it's cool.
And then you have Vox Disruptor for 45 credits. Enemy fighters do not benefit from the gang hierarchy rule while they're within 9 inches of this vehicle. No. I mean, no group activation within 9 inches. Okay. And then the Electroshock Projector. 60 credits. When an enemy fighter ends their activation within 6 inches of this vehicle, roll a d6. On a result of 5 up, they get a Strength 3, no AP, damage 1 hit. They have to end their activation within 6 inches. You have to roll a 5 up, and then they take a single Strength 3 hit. For 60 credits.
For 60 credits.
No, this is obviously only good if you're playing Ash Wastes or Secundus.
Yep.
But only for half the time. And if you do this, you're taking the Suppression Siren on, like...
Yes.
I mean, here's the thing. It wouldn't even have to be 3. Like, you could just take 5 wolf quads or whatever.
Yeah.
And just...
Three is, like, the minimum to make this funny. So, that last one, the shock projector, and you do have to make the noise every time.
Yeah.
Like, that either needed to be a stronger hit or not a 5+.
Even then, like your opponent has to. Even then, it's just okay. Don't melee this vehicle.
Yeah, don't get near me.
Because it's not your activation. If it was yours, I would totally understand that. Because it'd be like, haha, I'm driving toward you, and my vehicle is shocking you. Yeah. No, this is. Don't come near me.
Yeah. Don't do it. As it is, that's awful.
No. Suppression's fun though.
Suppression's fun. The next one is the Badlands Prefecture. These are skills. I have 2 skills, which are spoiled for a fight. The first time each battle this fighter performs a charged double action, they add d6 through movement instead of d3. Okay.
That's pretty useful.
That's pretty good.
Or you roll a 1 and it's not.
Or you roll a 1 and it does nothing, but it gives you the option. And then Reclaimed Contacts. Sorry, I realized I flipped the camera off. Yep.
Yes.
When this fighter's gang sells common equipment during the post-battle sequence, they gain the full credit value of the equipment. Period. Additionally, reduce the cost of the first piece of common equipment purchased from the trading post during each post-battle sequence by D3 times 10 credits, minimum 5.
So, this is the scavenging one.
That's the scavenging one. It has the availability to actually, because you sell it for full credits.
Right.
And you can reduce credit cost.
Right.
So technically you could make money on this.
Right. So, because it's first off, the first one, the charge double action only is beneficial half the time. Because D3, it's
D3 to a D6 is...
the second one is, okay, when you sell you get full credits. The problem is that when you sell stuff, you reduce by half, D6 times 10 to a minimum of 5.
Yes.
So most common equipment isn't that,
like, it's
not that much.
Yeah, it's going to be like 20.
How often
25?
do you sell equipment anyway?
Well, this will make you do it more.
Maybe. The second half, which is purchasing common equipment, reduce it by D3 times 10. That's a little better because that's like get a 5 credit armored undersuit.
True.
That one's not awful. There is one more part to it though.
There's one more part to it, which is the bionic replacements. Palanite Enforcer Patrol from the Badlands Prefecture changes the availability level of and credit cost of bionics.
We're to say it makes them all way more common.
It makes
and cheaper.
them all common and cheaper. So the fact that some of these are common does combine with the one before it.
Yes.
So you can buy those at reduced cost.
And very often, your guys will get lasting injuries that reduce their efficacy.
Yep.
And bionics are normally too expensive to justify.
Yep.
This makes that more doable.
Yeah. I actually kind of like that.
That one's not bad. That's kind of a mediocre one,
So
but it's
one
not
more?
great.
There's one more.
I still like... Well, we'll talk about which one we like best at the end.
Okay.
I like that more than the dog one.
Yeah, the dog one's probably the worst.
And the last one, which is the coolest sounding one, which is the Poison Sea Prefecture, which you would think would be about, like, nautical stuff, but really it's just about chems.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Poison Resistance. These are all... so, you get skills. Skill, Poison Resistance. When this fighter is wounded by a weapon with a toxin or gas trait, you can change the result of one of the injury dice to a flesh wound.
So niche.
Buy a respirator.
Yeah.
But
But luckily, that is the only skill and you can ignore it. Next.
you get this additional weapon accessory. 30 credits. Shock Amplifier. Close combat weapon with a shock trait only. You have one of those. It's the Shock Baton.
Shock baton that we've been complaining about the whole time.
A weapon with this accessory attached triggers the shock trait on a hit roll of 5 instead of 6. You can also get a Thunderhammer and put it on there.
That is true.
Which is the funniest possible option.
Because it doesn't say...
No, it's not just the ones from your list. So any other weapon you get with shock, this would work on.
Yes.
There's not a lot of those.
I mean, Thunderhammer's a pretty good one.
The Thunderhammer is a good one, and that would make the Thunderhammer even better, although it's already pretty good.
It is pretty good.
I don't think it's worth 30 credits.
Probably not.
And then lastly, the Plentiful Chem Supply. Basically, it decreases the rarity and cost of all the chems you're used to. Most people don't buy and play with chems.
Yeah.
Because they're expensive and one use and have addictive downsides.
Yes. Now, if you want to be the truly corrupt cops...
Yeah. This is still
turbo shocking and poisoning your foes.
This is still my least favorite.
I kind of like that one.
So I mean, it's very thematic, but it's like, okay, it's more effective than the dog one, but only because dogs are really bad.
Yeah.
So overall, honestly, you could play without any of these, and you probably would never notice.
I like the option. Josh is very negative.
No, it's fun, but I wish it was. I wish one of these would have something that triggers all the time, like the.
Yeah.
Like the squat one. That's why. Or the spirits.
Yeah. They do. It's just you get extra credits when you sell stuff and your stuff costs less.
That's a skill.
Oh yeah, that's
the big problem with those. Those are skills, Mitchell.
This isn't a skill.
The bionics is not a skill.
Honestly, my favorite one's this one.
Yeah, my favorite one is the Secundian Prefecture. If you're playing in the Ash Wastes, putting a siren on your stuff. First off, great modeling opportunity.
Yeah.
It's just the Doof Warrior with a with a rave.
That'd be pretty good.
They're not great, but they're flavorful.
No, if I were to do it, I would pick the Poison Sea one.
See, that's my least favorite.
Even less than the dogs?
Yeah, because at least dogs are dogs. At least they're good boys.
I like the Poison Sea one. I kind of like because
they're all good dogs, Bront.
It lets me lean into something not a lot of people do.
Chems?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason not a lot of people do them.
Every single guy on my policeman team is going to be addicted to a different substance.
There you go. I'm just going to take Escher and give them Palanite heads.
That's fair.
They're just all Escher, but they've all got the Palanite helmets.
They found them.
Totally legit cops. And last, let's talk about their equipment. So their guns. So they have access to.
We already talked about some of them.
Yep. So of first note is their weird armor system. They have access to hardened flak armor and hardened layered flak armor. Hardened flak armor just gives you it's the same as flak armor, but works armor penetration by 1.
Okay.
Hardened layered flak armor is mesh with a +1 against blast.
Okay.
And hardened layered flak armor is mesh with a +1 against blast and a -1 to AP. The problem is it's -1 to AP to a minimum of 1.
Oh.
So it only takes effect if they have 2 or more AP.
Okay.
Is it better? Yes. Are you going to spend the credits? No, although it is a nice stopgap in between mesh armor and the 80 credits of light carapace.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it is really crazy. There's nothing in between there for normal gangs.
On to the equipment.
We're going to do the basic weapons first. So first we have the Enforcer bolt gun. It is a normal bolt gun with +1 to hit at short range and strength 4, AP 1, 2 damage, but a 4-up ammo check.
Yes.
Which is the important part.
Yes.
It is a better ammo check. And it's rapid fire 1, normal. Yeah. It also has penetrator rounds, which are +1 AP, gains rending, but also unstable. So
for 20 credits.
For 20 credits.
The big thing about the Enforcer bolt gun is 4-up ammo check and 50 credits.
Yes. It is a regular bolt gun, but better.
And cheaper.
Next is the Enforcer shotgun, which is a normal shotgun that has salvo and shredder.
Yep.
It is
normal combat shotgun.
Normal combat shotgun, yes.
Yeah.
Isn't it combat shotgun normally? Oh, no. It is basic.
It's just a combat shotgun, but doesn't have Firestorm.
Yeah, it is literally stat for stat exactly the same.
And it's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
60 credits, but Firestorm ammo is what makes combat shotguns really good.
Yeah.
So it
better be cheaper.
Lower floor, but lower ceiling.
Yeah. Lastly, here we have the subjugation pattern grenade launcher, which has a whole bunch of different.
I believe it is just a grenade launcher. That's just your grenade launcher. With a bunch of different options. Yeah.
But it's a basic weapon instead of special.
Yeah. So if it's just a grenade launcher.
Okay.
Frag, crack. The problem is it's more expensive because by default it does not come with frag and crack.
Yeah, it comes with frag and stun to start with.
Yes. And then you have to pay for,
which I'm gonna say something contentious right here. I don't think a basic grenade launcher should come with crack grenades. Crack grenades are too good.
I don't disagree with their decision.
Crack grenades are too good.
It is also cheaper than a normal grenade launcher.
That's true. It's more expensive to get to the same level.
To buy frags.
But to start off with, it's cheaper.
But it's starting off as cheaper, which if you're starting off at the beginning of a campaign, you're usually using normal grenades anyway.
True.
And you can just buy the cracks later.
Yeah.
Like I don't hate this decision.
Yeah. For their pistols,
they don't have anything unique to them.
Nothing special on the pistols.
No.
All right.
For special weapons, the only thing that is unique to them is the concussion carbine.
And the disintegration gun, which is on a thing that...
Yes, the disintegration gun, which is short range 8, long range 24, -1 at long range, strength 5, AP 3, 2 damage, scarce, unstable, rapid fire, and sever.
I love...
You're going to shoot it and someone's going to die.
Yeah, someone's dead.
I don't know which one of us, but either you die or I die, and either way.
See, a gun having sever gives me Dead Space vibes.
Yeah, just... Except it's disintegration, so it's literally just a...
Yeah.
So their main special weapon is the concussion carbine, which is short range 9, long range 18, short range +1 to hit, strength 3, AP 1, 1 damage, 4-up ammo check, blast 3, but it's got concussion, knockback, and seismic. So this is gonna knock people down. Concussion gives them -2 initiative, which makes them weak to photon flashes and other things. It's only 30 credits.
It's also, for only 30 credits, one of the best vehicle destroyers in the game.
Yes. For 30 credits, this is one of the best special weapons in the game.
Yeah.
It's cheap and cheerful.
Yep.
And almost everyone in your game can take it.
Yep.
Put it on lots of people. No, it won't get lots of kills with only 3 strength, but
sure.
AP 1 for 30 credits, pretty good. And you're going to always knock people over.
Yeah. And slow them down.
Right.
Like, it's the crowd control and vehicle killing. It's so good.
Yep. This is brand new, and it's in the upgrade kit.
Oh, yeah.
The Repulsion Pattern Chem Thrower. It's a template weapon with fear, gas...
Oh, wait. I thought... Are you done?
And a 5-up ammo check.
Oh, okay.
So remember that gas automatically bypasses armor saves, and as long as they fail a toughness check, they immediately go to injury roll. Fear means you never actually do damage to them. Just breaks them.
And also, because it's gas, it doesn't pin.
Right. And this thing is... How many credits is that? Why don't you guess, Mitchell? How many credits is it?
So it's a template weapon. But... So I would say probably like 120.
Oh, yeah. 90 credits.
Oh.
Yeah, you're never taking this thing. You are never, ever taking this thing.
I don't know. It's cheaper than I thought it was going to be at 90 credits.
For the heavy weapons, you have the concussion carbine. The concussion cannon and the twin-linked version, which just gets to reroll ammo checks.
Yep.
We already talked about that with the vehicles.
Yep.
Twin-linked heavy stubber, which gets to reroll ammo checks. And the assault pattern ram sledgehammer, which we talked about with the Lawbot.
Yep.
Basically, it's an assault ram, which is strength +2, AP 1, 2 damage with pulverize and knockback. and versatile, which and it doesn't have any malice to hit it versatile. So it's a 2-inch versatile weapon that can go on your subjugators.
Yep.
And that's pretty good.
See, that's the reason I like that one with not got your 6, but the other one.
Yes.
Because it has a 2-inch melee and knockback.
Yeah.
And they charge, and you're just like, boop, get out of here.
Bonk. It's pinball.
It's pinball.
Now, on your subjugator, on your Lawbot, it's 40 credits.
Yeah.
On your subjugators, it's 90. It is your premier. That is your premier melee weapon option.
Yeah. That also has a grenade launcher.
It is also 2 hands.
It is 2 hands.
But it is not unwieldy. Which is nice.
Yes.
It also comes with grenade launchers with choke gas, which you'll never use. Actually, it is gas grenades and frag grenades, which you will use.
Yes.
That is your premier melee weapon option for your subjugators, but it has a built-in frag grenade launcher, so it's...
Yeah, that's not terrible.
It is worth 90 credits.
So if I were to build Palanites, it would probably go on my leader. Because he has a really good melee weapon.
I could see that.
And a decent range.
I think I'm bringing one way or another.
Yeah.
In the past, we kind of poo-pooed it because it's like, well, it's a good melee attack, but you only have 1 attack. Nowadays, you have 2. Nowadays, it's actually worth taking. Yep. Woo! And then we get to the close combat weapons, of which their actual things that are unique to them is the shock baton.
Shock baton's not unique to them.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
from the trading post.
Okay, never mind. It's strength 0. Strength 0. Might as well be. User strength 0 AP, 1 damage, melee, parry, and shock. It's bad. 30 credits. Don't ever take it.
If it wasn't 30 credits. Like, I could see it being like a cheap parry option, but it's not cheap.
No. So the 2 things that are actually unique to them are the Vigilance Pattern Assault Shield and the Riot Shield.
Yes.
Both of these have the Assault Shield keyword, which is +2 to melee attack in your 90-degree arc, +1 to all range attacks in your 90-degree arc. Armor. Sorry. Yeah, +1 armor and +2 armor. So +2 armor against melee, +1 armor against ranged, which is good.
Yeah, great.
Like +1 armor against range, you're almost always going to get shot from the front. You can kind of control that. +2 armor in melee is hilarious.
Yes.
So what is the difference between them? The difference between them is that the Riot Shield is -1 to hit. They're both engagement range weapons. They're both strength 0, AP 0, 1 damage. They both have melee. The Vigilance Pattern has knockback and no -1. The Riot Shield does not have knockback and has -1 to hit.
It has -1.
So
it's strictly worse.
So it does. It is strictly
other
worse.
than points.
It's also let me see. The Riot Shield is 30 credits. The Vigilance Pattern Assault Shield is 40.
10 credits.
The Vigilance Pattern is also only available on subjugators.
That's true.
And only available to subjugators. They can't get the Riot Shield.
Right.
So here's the thing. The Riot Shield does give you a really... It's like the energy shield for Vansar.
Yeah.
Except it's -1 to hit. For Vansar, it didn't really matter.
So the energy shield for Vansar is the other shield.
Right.
It has knockback, no -1 to hit.
Right.
But it's 50 credits.
Well, yeah. Well, what I'm saying is that for Vansar, if they had that -1 to hit, it wouldn't matter. Because you don't really want to be in punchy anyway.
Well.
Yeah, kind of. The thing is that when you have a shield, you have to devote half your melee attacks to it.
That's true.
Whether you want to or not. If you are dual wielding, you have to divide them evenly. Which means if you have a Riot Shield and you're dual wielding, which you probably will, you have to give half your melee attacks to this thing with -1 to hit.
Yeah.
And that's not very good.
No.
That's kind of the problem with it. Putting it, so you almost paradoxically, you kind of want to put it on your ranged guys more than you do your melee guys.
Well, in reality, so your melee guys have 2 base attacks.
Yes.
And then +1 for dual wielding, and then +1 for charging. Never mind. Because if you weren't wearing the shield, you would get 3 good melee attacks instead of 2 good melee attacks and 2 bad melee attacks.
Right.
Whereas if it's the range, then it doesn't really matter.
Right. It's also worth noting that your captain cannot take the Vigilance and can only take the normal Riot Shield. So if you're building him melee, he cannot take the Punchy Shield.
That's kind of bad.
Yeah. So it does kind of... It is also worth noting that your premier melee weapon option is the Assault Ram, which is 2-handed.
Yes.
Now, this is where things get weird. You can't dual wield a 2-handed weapon with another weapon.
Right.
Unless you have suspensors.
Yeah, the Spencer harness.
Which, the servo harness, sorry.
Yeah.
Or, so you could put the servo harness on. But there's technically nothing that says you can't have an assault shield on a guy who also has a ram.
That's true.
As an arbitrator, I would say no.
Right.
Or I would say you're wearing it on your back, and therefore it only affects your back.
Your back arc?
Yeah,
That'd be really
that's
good.
what I would say.
Because, yeah, technically it's two-handed and a one-handed.
That's also something like if you have a guy with a heavy stubber,
Yeah.
can he also have a riot shield? The answer is yes.
Yeah, technically.
I think unless you model it in front of the heavy stubber, you don't get to benefit from
Dude,
it.
that would be sick.
Which would be, yeah.
It would.
Again, this is kind of one of those things that play with some intentionality.
Yeah.
Understand what your group is doing. If you're going for balls to the wall cutthroat, then by all means, stack this crap. Otherwise, kind of like, play it for fun. Like, put it on their back and have it be like an anti-backstab thing.
Yeah.
It's the backstab shield from Team Fortress 2.
See, I have an energy shield on one of my Vansar, and he has a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, Vansar shotgun, and I have it deactivated on his arm.
Yeah.
So that he can it looks better than it just being like a giant shield also in front of him.
Well, and you do see like the subjugators carrying like their grenade launcher in one hand and their shield in the other.
Yeah.
Like that's a thing they do, right? So you could do that with your riot shield as well.
Yeah.
But you don't see the subjugators carrying a two-handed gun in their riot shield.
Yeah.
Then again, there are riot shields in real life that you can like prop
Yeah.
two-handed guns.
That's what I was
on.
thinking was like put a notch out,
Right.
put the heavy stubber in it.
So what we're saying
If
is
you would ever take a
have
heavy
fun
stubber.
modeling.
Yes.
And they don't have any base. They don't have any shrines.
Good.
Yeah. They don't have any shrines that nobody uses. Their vehicle upgrades we already talked about, unique ones, and I think that is it.
I think that's it.
Except they do have tactics, which we'll cover.
Which we will cover in a different video.
Yes. So, doozy of an episode.
That was a long
It's
one.
another faction focus, and there's a lot to talk about. And there's one more thing to talk about. Badzone Enforcers. Don't play them. Badzone Enforcers, we're not going to do a new one on because they are completely unchanged from their previous iteration. That includes all their stats. So the new Enforcers got buffs like +1 to weapon skill and ballistic skill. The Badzone Enforcers are a separate list in this book that is almost unchanged from the White Dwarf. There's a few very small changes that we're not going to go into, except for one big one, which is that your Hive Scum do not count towards your gang hierarchy.
Yep.
Which means you can no longer buff out. You have to have as many
Gangers.
gangers as you do Hive Scum.
Yep.
Which is a huge nerf to them because that was like the only reason to bring them.
Yep.
Their stats are just as bad. They have the same weapon options. Their guys are just as expensive. They do still come with the stuff, I guess. Yeah. They're
Why would they put all this attention to detail into regular Enforcers and then go, oh, Badzone? Yeah, they're fine as is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did forget the they did actually get cheaper because they did lose. Oh wait, no, they'd already lost all their stuff. They already didn't get.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah. No, like your Badzone captain still has a 4-up ballistic skill. You only have the Badzone Enforcer Sergeant, who is your champion and has 4-up ballistic skills.
And one attack.
One attack. There is no subjugators in here at all. They still have the weird. You can't upgrade them to subjugators. You can give them the layered flak armor, and you can give them subjugator equipment, though. Yeah, they're bad. It has gone from that was the way to play Enforcers more updated, and now it's gone from that to playing them hard mode.
Yep.
Unless you are playing for a flavor, do not play Badzone Enforcers.
Yep.
Is what we'll say with that one.
Pretty rough.
And that's Enforcers.
That
So,
is.
glow up of the century.
Yeah, I think they look really good. I like some of the fun stuff that they did. I like the sub-factions.
I like that they're there. I wish they were more impactful. No, I don't even wish they were more impactful. I just wish that some of that stuff was free.
Yeah. If it was just like, hey, if you're the
One of them could be
Secundan
free.
one, like all of your guys have infosites for free.
Or something. Well, that would be really powerful.
Shut up.
But maybe get one free Infosight.
Yeah,
Or
sure.
or just like one of those abilities instead of being a skill.
Yeah.
Could be free.
Yeah.
Would the selling things for credits, if that was just on there and not a skill, would that be overpowered?
No.
No, it wouldn't be. As a skill, it's completely useless.
Yeah.
If all of that dog stuff was there, completely free, without being a skill.
It would probably still not be worth it.
No! It wouldn't be.
Arbitrators.
Yeah.
Get in the
And
comments.
hey, you can do this, arbitrators. You can fix this. Be the change you wish to see in the world. I can't wait to advocate for that we change all those and then actually still not use any of them in my Enforcers campaign.
Yeah. No, I can't for you to advocate and then use them and then come in first and go like, maybe we shouldn't have changed it. Maybe Palanites are way too good now.
That's never happened.
No, it's never happened.
The one time I changed something, I still got destroyed.
Yeah, that was
'Cause
pretty funny.
it wasn't enough. But yeah, fantastic gang, way more modern. Still going to be elite. Still going to be hard to fill up your table. But overall, very fun to play now.
Yeah, they look super sweet. I can't wait for them to come out with my cults.
I can't wait for them to come out with the Enforcer upgrade sprue that apparently is, been excised from existence. There's no war on Bastions, and there's no Enforcers upgrade sprue.
They wish.
Maybe. We'll see. So, speaking of we'll see, we'll see you next time as we talk about whatever comes next for Necromunda, which we don't know yet.
Yeah, this is what we knew about.
Might talk about the Enforcer tactics or something else. Let us know below what you think of the Enforcers and all this other stuff we've talked about. If you want to chat with us in person, we do have our new Discord server where we've already been talking about Enforcers and why you should never, ever bring a Bone Crusher and why you should always bring a Sire Ender. Link down below is different from the old one. Still on the old one, kind of, but we're mostly on the new one.
Yeah.
And we would love to see you there. And we will talk to you next time.
Bye.